Hello and welcome to Micro Studios Wolfswing video. Today we will tell you about using the Giant Golem as a controlled model by a player. So this is one way of using it, and this is just involving either this model and the player that controls it, or this model and some models from the Inventors club. So for this demonstration we agreed to a free hero game. And this is just the one turn to show you just the basic mechanics of this model and how it works. And as this is a free hero game, this model has three heroic systems installed. Their funds are pulled together, and apart from the Giant Golem hull, which is a requisite for this model that needs to be bought, there are some some support systems installed in it. In this case, two weapons, two range weapons, and one melee weapon.
Yeah, on my side, I have three heroes: Wenzel Krut, Mary Fearless, and Zachary Freeze Button, and four henchmen to support them. And we'll see how it goes.
Yep. Okay, so let's see who is the first player. Jan and me. Yeah, the Giant Golem is the first player. So for the first activation, I will choose the explicitly precise targeting shem, and I will just move and cast a spell because spells are always quick actions. I will move up to 4 inches. This is the movement of Rockhard Industries Giant Golem hull, and I will cast a spell. My magic ability is 2, which is modified by 1 because of the rule Nexus 1 of the Giant Golem hull, which adds +1 to all technomagic spells cast within 6 inches of it. I will just pay the cost of the spell, roll the dice. It's quite not enough. Yep. I need 2 successes, and it's a buff, so I may discard black cards to buff this. I will now discard 2 black cards to actually create 2 successes for this. That's a lot of cards invested in this spell. So what this spell does is adds fast shot +1 to 1 installed range weapon until end of turn, and I will apply this fast shot +1 to high velocity piercing shell cannon, which is a strength 7 weapon. And now with my second action, I think I will just shoot. So I will just stand still. And who do I want to shoot? I think I will try to shoot the ogre. Okay. My guns is 2 for the hull, +2 for the heroic system I used.
Mm-hmm. I have only 2.
And dice. I believe I will use the just buffed weapon, so I will have fast shot 2 on a strength 7 weapon. And this is within 12 inches, so it is at the closest range, so +0 dice. So my roll is 2 successes.
And 2 on my side.
Yeah, so that's a hit for 7. Your armor is 1, so you take
6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. Oh, sorry, my armor piercing is 2. You take 7 points of damage.
Okay.
And my fast shot 2 means that now I get to shoot a second time with this weapon at the same target because I didn't declare it beforehand. I get 1 success.
And none.
Then none, so I believe you take 8 points of damage, so you are reduced to 1 wound because of your hard to kill rule.
Yeah, and back again.
Yep, so the ogre is already killed in 1 action. Yep, so that was my activation.
Okay, with my first activation, I'll try to shoot with Seek to the golem, and I will try to destroy his melee weapon.
Yep. So whenever you are targeting the Giant Golem, you are not targeting the golem, but this particular system. In this case, you target the support system, which is an improvised weapon.
Yeah. I have 3 dice, +1 for the range, +1 for the elevation.
Mm-hmm. And the system has only reflex of 3 because of this is the basic reflex of the Giant Golem.
I got 4 successes.
Yeah. I got 2, so that's 2 critical hits.
That's 8.
That's 8. I have 5 wounds for armor, so that's 4 wounds I take. So it's 1 wound remaining.
Okay, and with the second shot, I will do the same.
Mm-hmm.
And
none.
And 2 again, so I managed to destroy.
So now you destroyed this improvised weapon. So clink, clink. Okay, so parts are already falling apart from the Giant Golem. So I will now activate my Techno Magical Impudence scan. And for the first action, I will try to apply a buff that will force all models that start in charge range to charge this model. So I need to pay the price. I get to move prior to casting this spell, so I move up to 4 inches. And now I get to roll 3 dice, needing 2 successes. No, that's a failure. Yeah. And now, what can I do? I could shoot with my buffed piercing shell cannon, but I get no benefit to it. So I believe I will now just charge Mary Fearless.
Okay.
And fight her. Yep. My fight is 3 for the heroic system. I now activate +3 for the giant golem hull, so it's 6.
Okay. I will defend that.
And my strength is 5. I would have strength of 7 if you didn't destroy my lantern pole.
I managed to score only 1 success.
I got 4.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, so that's 3 critical hits, that's 8 points of damage.
I will discard the black card.
Yes.
Jack of of spades. So
okay,
no.
so these are 2 hits for you, so that's
3.
only 1 critical hit. So that's 6 points of damage. I discard no cards, so you can discard more cards if you like.
No.
Okay, so that's a hit for 6, and that's the end of my activation. Now, if I still had my lantern pole, which is improvised weapon, I would have trample rule, which is the same as on the security golem. So whenever I'm in base contact with one enemy model, I can attack all the enemy models in 1 inch from my base. So, well, shooting this weapon off, you actually saved quite a lot of models there. But certainly the 1 wound ogre.
Okay, with the second activation, I will try to do some melee and charge the golem with Serlance Oak Root.
Aha! So you need to target one particular system installed, not the golem.
Well, as I have a pretty low strength, I think I will target something that has low armor.
Yeah, a heroic system basically, only 1 armor and 9 wounds.
Okay, so this one that was not yet activated.
Okay, so you target this system now.
Yeah. And I have, I believe, 9 fight.
Yes, the
Plus-
Mary Fearless do not add
yeah.
any dice for
She
you
doesn't,
because
exactly.
my base is quite obviously bigger than any of the other models.
That's true.
So this heroic system has fight of 3, and that's it. It can defend, and it will.
Alright.
So this heroic system got 2 successes.
I got 3.
So that's a hit with 1 critical hit. You have armor piercing of 1, so you ignore the 1 measly point of armor I have. So
still
that's
a little bit little.
still
Okay.
only 3 points of damage.
Too bad. Well, I don't have any cards. Do you?
No.
Okay.
No.
So with the second action, I will just
Do the
hit
same.
once again.
Okay, the same system.
Same system.
Okay, so I will defend again.
This time I have 4 successes.
And this is my roll.
Oh, okay. I think he is dead.
Do you? 4 successes? So
Yeah.
that's 4 critical hits. That's 2 plus 4, that's 6 plus 3. Yeah, I can't argue with that. Yeah, so you destroyed the first heroic system, so you are 1 step closer to damaging all the golem, and more importantly, this system has not yet activated, so I am starved of 1 action. For my next activation, I will choose my high velocity piercing shell cannon. So this is the buffed weapon with fast shot 2, strength 7, armor piercing 2, and move penalty. And I will do the only action this weapon can do. This system has only 1 action, and it can only make a shoot action. I will use the puny creatures rule from the giant golem hall, which means that I can do whatever action I please in melee. Those small creatures don't hamper me in any way. So I will target with my first shot. I will target the ogre, and with the second I will target Sir Zachary Fierce Button. So my guns is, I believe, 2 with no modifiers, for range, so that's 2 versus the ogre.
2.
Yep. It's 1.
And 1.
So that's 1 dead ogre.
Okay.
And because he was already killed once. And the second to Sir Zachary is only on 1 die. That's a miss. So that was my action.
With another activation, I'll choose Sir Zachary first button and try to shoot the correct systems, as he has small caliber weapon and all other
so you have
systems are a
2
bit
correct
difficult.
systems to choose from. One is for shooting, one is for melee. I'm in melee now.
I think it makes no big difference because they were already activated and we are playing only 1 turn, so I'll just shoot the one for melee.
Yep. So my reflex is 3, as always, because I use my giant hull statistics.
Well, I have 7 guns plus 1 for the range, and this is it.
But you will need to randomize the hit in melee. And if you, for some instance, hit... Oh, that's ridiculous. Okay, so just roll the dice. I have...
Oh my god. Okay, I have also 3 successes.
That sort of makes up for my bad luck at rolling the spells.
Okay, I'll roll for Mary. Mary has 2 successes, and Lance has 3 successes. So Mary got hit.
Yep, so Mary got hit.
Good
shot.
I have
Good shot, sir.
So 3 damage, so she is dead. Okay,
No way.
I'll discard the card, so she gets 1 more success then.
Okay, so she also got 3 successes.
So you're hit.
Okay, so now I am hit, so this system is hit for
2.
no critical hits.
No critical armor, nothing happens.
And you have small caliber, so you double the armor strength of the weapon is 2.
Yeah, so
No, 3. So it's 1 point of
3,
damage.
yeah,
Yeah! 1 point of damage. Mighty. So what's your second action?
Really good. I'll try once again.
Okay.
I hope you won't be so lucky next time.
Yep, so I got 1.
Me too.
Okay, so maybe it's not possible for Mary to hit you back.
Mary got 2 and Lance got 3, 4.
Yeah, so I am hit.
You are hit once again for 1. Yeah. Feel the power. Okay.
With my last action, I will use my Votanian Great Battle Rifle, which is basically just a Tommy gun. So it has a fast shot 3. Well, it has a better modifiers for the range. So I will shoot the models around. I believe that in this turn only the butlers can kill me, so I will just try to kill the butlers. The problem is with the fast shot 3, I only start with guns of 2, so I will only be able to do 2 shots. So the first shot will be at this butler, and the second will be also at this butler.
Okay.
So that's 0. Okay. And the second shot is at 1 die, that's also 1. Yep. So
this
all
is
nothing happened.
end of your activations. I'm left with 2 butlers. And I can try to shoot you, but I think it will be a pretty difficult task.
Yeah, in this turn you will not be basically able to kill me so that I explode. So let's wrap up at this point. As you can see, destroying particular systems of this golem is crucial. Destroying this improvised weapon early, this allowed me to target 3 of your models in melee in 1 action. Now destroying this unactivated system, it has the ability as oscillate to actually make other of my systems work again. I didn't have many cards, and as you can see, it is a problem for this golem because most of these buff spells, for example, this oscillate buff spell is a buff of 3. So with the 3 dice, you need to roll 3 successes. So you either need to have lots of cards, or you need to install Nexus into this golem, which is a support system that just amplifies the spells. So it all changes depending on how you want to play with this model. It gets stronger the more systems it has installed, because then it has more abilities.
Yes, and I also think it gets stronger if you think of it as an addition to other heroes, because imagine taking Alice Tinkerly with it and
her engineer ability.
Exactly. Now the systems, the heroic systems, have 9 wounds and 1 armor, which means they are quite easy to
just
deal
like
with.
human models. But if you apply the buff to the armor, because this is a golem model, so you move into base contact and you apply +2 armor to the end of the turn.
Yeah, and then all systems and all support systems get +2 armor, which is really really bit of a difference.
Yep.
So I think that it can be pretty interesting addition, and of course, as we see, it works on its own. But also, in this situation, it was just a very close quarter combat. It will be interesting to make a model report with normal objectives and
yes,
bigger
I think
distance.
we'll get
and so
to
on
it
and so
later.
on.
Yeah, with normal distances, with like cover pieces that the golem can hide from, let's say, monsters against the golems, like the young Zachary first button. And because Zachary first button is a thing, is a model that can destroy up to 2 heroic systems per activation. That's ridiculous. If the golem player doesn't have any cards,
but of course he can do it on a short range. So So if you know about it, you just don't let him do this, or you should seek first to avoid having rerolls.
The thing with golem is that this is a whole club, and more than that, because you can use different heroic systems and different support systems, and have a shooty golem, or have a fighty golem, or have a support golem that actually uses normal golems and applies buffs to them, because it also works. Or you can use it as basically a weapons platform and use only 1 heroic systems in it, and more heroes from the inventors, and apply buffs to it. Maybe go around with Torvald, with the Torvald's shield around this model. It will certainly help to soak up the damage and allow this model to...
I'm sure it will be pretty lots of fun to think about all the options and all the connections between the model and inventors.
Yeah, and that's just one way to play this model. Yeah. So tell us what you think about this model, how many different uses, what combinations of heroes and henchmen models with this model you devise, and how it fares in your battles, and what exploits you can do with.
We are also open to any ideas, because as this is a multi-part model, you get all the cards additionally. You get all the weapons and the support systems. It's pretty easy to develop additional items that can be prepared in future. So if you have any ideas on new rules or new support systems that can be created for the model, just let us know, and maybe we'll consider releasing this.
So thank you for watching, and please comment down below, head over for forums.
And have fun.
Have fun. Definitely, it is fun. Thank you.